Well, we are back and ready for a sick pump. So, on the way to the gym, it is arm day. We went out of town on Friday. Obviously, Saturday was supposed to be arm day. It was not arm day. Took a rest day on Saturday. Didn't want to, but I'm gonna make the excuse of I didn't have a gym. I went out of town unexpectedly, and it was kind of a rushed thing, so I didn't get to go to the gym yesterday. That's okay. I probably needed a rest day anyways. Hadn't taken one in a hot little while. So arms tonight, biceps and triceps. I've been throwing in abs, not every workout, but I've been throwing in abs at the end of, like, if they're not sore, then I'll throw them in. So tonight, I don't think they're sore. Obviously, got to kind of test the waters and figure out, but we'll test that out and see how we're feeling there. Probably throw in some abs at the end of the workout, unrecorded. There's no reason in me recording myself doing some sit-ups and some crunches and some bicycle kicks and like all that other crap, leg raises. I'm not gonna sit there and record that and bore you guys. So, just gonna throw them in at the end. I don't know if I'm gonna do shoulders or not tonight. Another one of those things. It's a later lift tonight, and I've still got to go by Walmart, and I'd like to get home at a decent time so I could go to bed at a decent time to get up and go to work tomorrow. But it all just depends on how long. Arms normally doesn't take me that long, so I see, being that it's later, I don't think the gym is going to be very packed at all. Normally it's not even packed at like a 6 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, which today is Sunday, so normally it's not packed. But either way, I see probably doing some supersets, I guess you could call them. But like I explained earlier, I'll do like a set of biceps or a set of triceps, and then I'll take just a second and breathe, catch my breath a little bit, and then hit a set of biceps, and then hit triceps, and then hit biceps. The last arm day I did, I really liked it too. I did 2 sets of triceps, 2 sets of biceps, 2 sets of triceps, 2 sets of biceps, and just went over and over and over again until I was done with the entire workout. But that for a crowded gym, that's okay, because I was doing different movements per every 2 sets. So like I'd do 2 sets of straight bar push downs, and then I'd do 2 sets of bicep curls, and then I'd go back and do some different machine, push down or overhead extension, like just something different, something, I don't know. It felt pretty good. I got a good pump out of it. I've had better, so I'm hoping tonight is one of those better ones. And one of the best arm pumps I've ever had came from me hitting it was a set of triceps, set of biceps, set of triceps, set of biceps. And that workout took me like, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 minutes. It took no time because it felt like it was pretty rushed through, but I was still getting the same amount of weight that I would typically do for the same amount of reps that I would typically do. So as long as those 2 things are still happening, that means that the recovery is just fine. So I'm recovering fast enough in between my sets to be able to continue to do them the way that I'm doing them. But other than that, it's not going to be a complicated lift. It's just going to be me going after some heavy weights, or not so heavy weights. They're heavy for me. They're 8 to 12 reps heavy, so they may not be heavy for you. But whichever way, we're gonna go after it, and we're gonna push the sets hard. We're gonna keep the intensity up, and we're gonna have fun while we're doing it. And then I've got to go to Walmart And then I'm probably gonna go back into the gym if it's not just too terribly late and go do cardio. So I will see you guys in the first working set. All right, so we're gonna start triceps off with some overhead, laying flat on this here bench and press it over my head. I don't know what the name of it is, but it doesn't really matter. Feels good, not a crazy stretch, but time under tension is really good. So we're gonna hit this for at least one, obviously. If it feels really good, probably gonna stay here for 2 or 3. A set of triceps. So now we're gonna bump over here and do a set of bicep curls. I'm gonna do a drop set. Got these 60s and then probably gonna drop to 40s, maybe 35s, depending on how this feels. Drop it to 40s now. What isn't exactly crazy about how the first set of these went, laying flat, so we're just gonna go back to the typical way we would do it. Just overhead, sitting up straight, keeping the chest perked up, shoulders down. Get a good stretch at the bottom with these. We're just gonna do some regular tricep pushdowns now. Nothing complicated. Gonna change it up one more time for triceps. I've really fallen prone to liking this machine. For triceps, obviously it's an assisted dip machine or an assisted pull-up machine. But when you take your hands and just go flat on it, I don't get any chest activation. And it's a lot of stretch at the top. So it really emphasizes that, and I rather like it, so I do it. This is gonna be the last set of regular dumbbell curls. So we're just gonna burn out. No drop set this time, just crank out 40s until I can't feel my arms. We're gonna finish out the triceps with some of these machine dips. These feel pretty good, especially towards the end of a workout. Getting a real good squeeze at the bottom. Pretty good stretch at the top. I get a little bit of lower chest, but it's gonna work out for today. Now we're going to finish out biceps on single arm preacher curls. And I think the seat needs to go a little lower. But and crank these out single arm at a time. Not a crazy weight. We're gonna go extremely slow all the way down until we got that full stretch, and then hold it, then crank it out. And even on the last one, we're gonna pretend like we got another one. We're just gonna stretch and then we'll let it go. But do that for both arms. Left arm first because it's weaker. Right arm match the reps even if we had more in the tank. But left arm, not my dominant arm. So right arm is pretty much always gonna be stronger. So to give it time to catch up, we're gonna go left arm first, match the reps. Match it. Little pose down here. Left side chest. I kind of feel like I practically live at Walmart now. At this point, it feels like every video I get on here, I'm saying, well, I had to go to Walmart, so it's been a substantial amount of time since I last recorded. So tonight, same story. I had to go to Walmart and get some groceries. You would think if I would just buy enough for, you know, like 14 days or so, I would have enough. But see, I get picky and I go to getting bored of what I bought for the 14-day span, so I end up wasting it and just coming to Walmart anyway and getting different food. So I just buy for like 7 days at a time or so and eat all of that. Typically I'm tired of it by the end of that 7 days, and I go find something else to snack on. But we got some good stuff tonight. We got some, I think it's 93.7, 93 lean, 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef, which is the best that I have found in my Walmart in forever. Like, they never have that, and they only had it in 1 pound packs. I only got a pound because I can make a pound last, I don't know, about 3 or 4 days, because it's the thing that I do, it's going to be about 3 days. The thing I do is 1 cup of ground beef and 1 cup of low-fat cheese dip, like the little, you can get low-fat Melton dip in a block, and then, so it doesn't have very many carbs and it has a lot less calories. And put like a can of Rotel that doesn't have but maybe like 20 calories in the entire can, something like that. You can mix that all together and it's pretty good. Low carb, like super low carb. So I'll eat that at work and at home for supper. Typically those are my supper meals, because at work I can cook pretty good. I mean, we have a little air fryer up there that I can cook with, and we got a microwave, some stuff like that. So I can meal prep, or I can like buy some, you know, some chicken, like the pre-made, already fully cooked chicken, and chunk some in the air fryer and do those. My Walmart sells this bag of lightly breaded chicken tenders, and those are pretty good. They're not expensive either. That's the cool thing. Like, some stuff, whenever you try and eat healthy, is pretty expensive, and then some stuff is pretty cheap. But those are pretty cheap. They're about the same price as like a Tyson chicken strip, like a bag of those. So I mean, it's not making no difference for me. And the lightly breaded ones, they honestly taste a little better if you're asking me. But they crispen up a little bit faster, and then the breading has actually got like a solid crunch to it whenever you bite into it. And then, you know, ranch is what it is. I'm a Hidden Valley Ranch kind of guy. I'm not going to dodge that, but I'll just track it and move on. It's about 3 tablespoons is what I use, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons is 195 calories and 4 carbs. That's how much branch I eat. I know the macros for it. But besides that, arms felt great tonight. Abs were not sore, so I did throw them in at the end. And I was tired by the end of it because I have not received much sleep, which is going to suck because it's pretty late, me getting back to the house, and I've still got to go in and cook and then shower, cook, eat, sleep. But it won't be too bad. I don't have to wake up early for work. It's at a pretty decent time. My alarm doesn't go off till 7, so I mean, for a typical person, that's sleeping in. For me, that's a little early on the earlier side. I'm more of a night hawk, but I live and deal with it. But besides that, morning cardio is going to be skipped in the morning and will probably be hit tomorrow afternoon instead after the workout, because I want to get as much sleep as possible. So what I feel about cardio is, like, if it's going to affect your sleep, it's probably best to just skip it for that day. Now, I'm not saying skip it all the time. Don't make an excuse out of it. Like, get your cardio in, but just be smart about it. Get your sleep. That's where you really build muscle, is recovery. So, but biceps felt great. The triceps weren't really working for me tonight. I don't know what it was. It just, every movement I did, I mean, obviously whenever I was doing my sets for triceps, like, I was bouncing back and forth and 17 different movements, whatever. But for biceps, I literally almost did bicep curls for the entire workout. I think I threw in some preacher curls at the end to finish them off. But other than that, it was a really good day. Be back at the gym tomorrow, ready for a nasty chest pump, chest and side delts. So I will see you guys tomorrow.